What no one tells you about big quads. If you want big quads, this video is for you. It's things that you've probably never heard of, or you would think that they're ridiculous, but that's what you need to be doing if you want to build your big quads, all right? You want a huge quads that can't even fit your shorts. Well, this video is for you. I have yet to see a natural lifter that have bigger quads than me, all right? So I think I know what I'm talking about. And guess what? It wasn't always this case. It wasn't always the case. I remember when I was younger, my quads were super skinny up until I changed my way of training. And that's what I'm going to share with you guys. Free information, so just take it and try it. That's all I can ask is try it. If you enjoy it, leave a like, come back, leave a comment. And that's it, all right? So first thing first that I want to talk about is the range of motion. You might think that I'm gonna say go full range of motion. That's not true. All right. I used to squat ass to grass. I used to go super low on my squats. Trust me. I used to do. I used to be like a freak of, oh, he didn't go as low. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Guys, it doesn't matter. You gotta understand that the goal is getting a muscle to failure. That's bodybuilding. Get the muscle to failure without overstressing your nervous system and come back, do it again. All right. So if you want to go ass to grass, my brother, you're not using your quads after parallel. Now you're engaging maybe your lower body, maybe you're engaging a little bit of glutes, maybe you're rounding your back. Many things can get involved, all right? Yes, it looks cool. Yes, it looks impressive. But for most people that don't have the flexibility of going all the way down, our quads are out of tension. They are not under tension anymore as soon as you break that parallel. And for some people, they can go a little bit lower, but always focusing on going super low and getting that crazy range of motion will just leave you with a lot of injuries and a lot of frustration because your quads will not grow. I know a guy in my gym, he does leg press. Man, he goes so low that I think that his knees touches his face. That's that crazy. His knees are, I don't know, it feels like a woman giving birth when he's doing that squat. His lower back is all bending upside down, and I'm like, my goodness, is that optimal science training? No, it's not. Because after a certain point, your quads are not under tension anymore. It looks cool, but now you're rounding your back, you're using your glutes, and your quads are not getting the stimulus that they need. So I would much rather you stop at maybe 90 and do more reps, maybe more weight, maybe optimizing that range of motion of tension. It's not about the range of motion, but range of tension on those quads that will help you grow. All right, so that's the first step. Make sure that you're not overly, make sure that you're not just trying to go full range of motion, but focus on the range of tension. That's number one. So it means squatting to parallel. Maybe for you, it looks like not even parallel, 3/4 of a squat. For some people, it's like that. I had a client, he had a pinch. He used to always have abductors pain. So his hips used to always take over. So he was barely feeling his quads. So we started doing 3/4 squats, but doing more reps, loading it. Yes, some people that don't know the situation will walk by and be like, look at this guy. He can't even squat low. But trust me, once you see the size of his quads, how they got from training that way, nobody can talk anything to him because then they see his big quads and they're like, oh, if he's doing it that way, he must know what he's doing. All right? A lot of time, it's crazy how the results will always justify the technique and what you're doing. Sometimes I'll be doing crazy, stupid stuff at the gym, but people see that I'm jacked and they're like, oh, he must know what he's doing. You just get away with it, all right? So that's the first thing, range of tension, not range of motion. Number two, high reps, baby. Quads, legs, they react so well to high reps. I used to say, yeah, that's just for me, but more and more I work with people, the more I see that high reps, bringing your reps, your legs to failure with higher reps, so I'm saying to failure because they have to hit failure, will be a lot more optimal than going heavy. On a squat, for example, if you go heavy on a squat, you will overstress your nervous system, and a lot of times it takes so much for your muscle to reach failure because legs are very endurant. You gotta remember, we stand up, we walk a lot, so they are very endurant, and it's hard to get your quads to failure with only 4, 5 reps, 6, 7 reps. I don't believe that it's as optimal. All right, maybe on a very much of an isolation movement, but on a lot of compound movements, you start getting fatigue. So you're squatting heavy, maybe you have 400 pounds on the bar, and then after 5 reps, you re-rack it and you're like out of breath. But are your quads failing? Or is it because you are out of breath? Is it because you're fatigued? Is it because you have no more endurance? Is it because your central nervous system is fatigued? You know, so all those things come into play. But when you lower the weight, the central nervous system fatigue is a lot. Let's say your central nervous system can handle a lot more, so you're able to do a lot more reps volume, because now you're not overstressing your body each set, so you can add more volume. All right, so higher reps, and I'm not saying 50, I'm saying between 15 and 20. I love doing sets of 20 for quads. And I love doing high volume. You guessed it. Yes, high volume, because now we're not going super heavy. We're going more high reps. Yes, we're getting that muscle to failure. But when you don't go too heavy, it's like if your body can recover more, and then you can add a bit more volume. My leg workout, they last 2 hours. Quads, hamstring, and some glutes, some calves. But yeah, it's a long volume workout. You're not gonna grow your legs from doing 4 sets of leg press, 4 sets of squat, and 2 sets of leg extension. I'm sorry, you need a lot more volume. The other day, a guy was like, "Oh, I just do 7 working set." Yeah, well, good luck. Do this as a natural. Good luck, my friend. You're not gonna grow. There's no way. It may be for a beginner, but after that, those muscles, they won't, and they will handle more volume. All right, stop with all this optimized science-based training, because a lot of it is bullshit and it doesn't apply, especially with training. A lot of things can be done on paper, will not apply in real life. All right, your body, that's how your body, Arnold said it best, you gotta shock your body. You really gotta get that body to failure. You really gotta, he used to do maybe 3-4 hours workout sometimes. Yes, it was enhanced, but it's, training is something that's coming from within, and sometimes if you can handle more sets, just go for it. Get that muscle to failure. All right, do more sets if you feel like it. If you feel like it's a tough day, don't. But sometimes you just gotta go for the higher volume, and I really believe for quads, high reps, high volume will get the job done. So moving on, high reps, we spoke about it. Number 3, pre-exhaustion. Pre-exhaustion technique has been very effective for everything. Especially if you're a bodybuilder trying to build muscles, trying to prevent injuries, try pre-exhaustion. Why? Let's say you start with leg extension and then go on your squats. It will help you activate your quads better. Now you're feeling your quads better before that compound lift. Now you lower the risk of injury. You get some blood in your quads before your squat. You have a better mind-muscle connection with your quads as you're squatting. All right. A lot of the time we start the gym and we want to go on the compound lift. We're like, you know what? I want to just go do a PR on my squat. But there's so many muscles involved. Let's say on the bench press, you've got your shoulders, your chest, your triceps. You're overly working so many muscles, and so a lot of times you compensate with a lot of muscles that are not the primary muscle group that you're trying to target. And yes, that might lead to better weight lifted. You're lifting heavier, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to grow more muscles or that you're stimulating and engaging the muscle that you're trying to engage. So you might be doing that squat with the 400 pounds because you just started, you're fresh, but your quads are not warmed up yet. You haven't turned them down. They're not activated. So you might not even feel good. You might feel your glutes, your lower back. You might be using a lot of your hip muscles. Not going to lead to big legs, all right? It's not the weight on the bar. Nobody cares about the weight of the bar. I would squat 225, but I have a lot bigger legs than people that were squatting today 4-5 plate in my gym. It doesn't mean anything going heavy if you're a bodybuilder. So, pre-exhaust, so do leg extension before your squats. Maybe you can do some hamstring seated curl before those stiff leg deadlift. Things like that will also help you from preventing injuries. Number 4, barbell back squat. I don't think there's any better exercise than the barbell high bar squat. That's it. If I have to give you a few exercises, barbell high back squat, barbell high bar squat, lunges, stiff leg deadlift, seated curls. That's it. Seated hamstring curls. Not even a leg extension. Just do those 4. Barbell high back squat, walking or lunges, any kind of lunges, Bulgarian split squat or whatever. Stiff leg deadlift, hamstring curls, you're golden. Add some calf raises if you want. Sometimes I do my calf raises as I'm peeing in the gym in between sets. Maybe that's why my calves are super small. But yeah, that is pretty much it, man. Barbell high bar squat. So, don't go so heavy, higher reps, get that muscle to failure with higher reps. And last thing I want to say is I do a lot of lunges in between each set. So I would finish one set of barbell back squat and then I would like re-rack it, and then do lunges to failure. Maybe sometimes I'll do 10, sometimes I'll get 20 reps of lunges. Why I do this, some people ask me a lot at the gym. They would see me always doing that because I don't want to overstress my nervous system on going to failure on a barbell back squat, because the barbell back squat is so stimulating. All the nerves have to be mobilized for it because you can't think about anything else. So imagine all the nerves firing up. Think about your body as a computer engine, and then he's sending signals to all the muscles to fire up. So going to failure on such exercises, barbell back squat, barbell rows, overhead press, bench press, deadlift, will overstress that nervous system, and at a certain point cortisol levels shoot up, and then it's counterproductive to be at the gym. But what I'd rather do is re-rack it, maybe 1 to 2 reps short of failure. So yes, I'm stressing my body, but not overdoing it, and that's the goal, finding that sweet spot. But my quads can still handle more, right? So instead of going to failure and be like, oh, with the barbell back squat and dropping it, no, I'll re-rack it, and now I'll do lunges to failure. My quads are at 80% fatigue. Boom. I would give you guys, I would do like 20 reps each leg. Boom, 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 boom. And then my legs are done. They're fried with body weight lunges after my squats. All right. I would apply that also to push-ups after my chest, bench press, and stuff like that. So that's it for this video, guys. Gotta go enjoy my coffee. I have a client later. Oh, I want to eat some carbs today. I did a lot of legs. You know, sometimes following a plan is good, but listen to your body. If you feel drained and tired, eat those carbs, my man. Follow your body. I was trying to keep the carbs kind of controlled. Not that I'm not eating carbs, but today is gonna be a big refeed day. And it's not because I feel like it. I need it. So that's it. See you guys soon. Ciao.